When I was a little girl, me and my two brothers would walk to Sunday school. Mom and Dad didn't go very much. Then when I was in about 8th grade, I spent the night with a girl I went to school with, and they went to a revival that night. It just happened to be a Pentecostal church, which I was not used to, but I felt something there. I love the way that they worship God, and I wanted to have what they had. God was dealing with my heart. And then a few years later, I started dating my future husband, and I met his mother, and she was Holy Ghost filled from the crown of her head to the sole of her feet. A few years later, me and my husband, we got married and had 2 boys, and we packed up one day and moved to Tennessee. And I started going to church with her, and I felt the presence of God. God was so strong in that church. And I had repented of my sins, and 9 months later, I received the baptism of the Holy Ghost, praying at the bedside of my little boy. He was sleeping in the front room, and I thought this would be a good time to pray because I couldn't seem to get the Holy Ghost at church. So I prayed and prayed, and all of a sudden, the Spirit of God came over me, and I spoke in tongues as the Spirit of God gave the utterance, and it just seemed like forever, and I was so excited. A cold, rainy night in March, we went to a little country stream in Cowan, and she baptized me there. Me and my husband always wanted to have a lot of children. The doctors kind of insisted you need to have surgery so you can't have any more children because you are at a risk. And then I prayed about it, and when they brought the papers in for me to sign, I said, no, I've changed my mind. I don't want to have it. And sure enough, a few months later, I got pregnant again, and it was with my 7th child. I had never had a desire to turn back on God. God has been so faithful, so good to me. I failed Him many times, but He has never failed me. And I will tell everybody who's listening, it's well worth giving your life to God. It's a great life. Not always easy, but God's always with you. And I do love God tonight.